Stay. Put. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I've just come back from my first city visit in 7-8 months. I've just driven through the second and third largest cities in the country during rush hour. So that was a bit of a wake-up call after all this greenery. Anyway, spring has started, and with it we get ticks. Now, everyone gets ticks, but over here they're especially nasty because they carry encephalitis or hydroencephalitis, and they also carry borreliosis, Lyme disease, both of which can be fatal. Now, if you've got a dog like me or a cat, they're like tick magnets, because generally you find ticks about a foot above the ground on long grass and sometimes in trees. In summer, I pull at least 1 or 2, sometimes more ticks per day from my dog. We do have a little argument to start with, but eventually he acquiesces and he gets a treat at the end of it. I did a bit of research a year or so ago because of what friends told me from the UK, that a vet visit to remove a tick costs between £30 and £45 per tick. Jesus, I'd be a millionaire if I was charging for the ticks I remove. For those of you who don't want to pay extortionate prices and have some sort of rapport with your pet, I suggest investing in these tools of the trade. One's small, one's big. Well, bigger. They're not that big. And these are what I use to remove ticks. Basically, you put the tick between the fork, the body of the tick, and make sure it's all nice and settled, and then just gently twist around and the tick comes out whole, as I shall show you. The tick comes out alive with all of its parts, which is extremely important. The worst thing you can do is to remove the sac from the tick, because the head will go inside the body and fester. Don't put oil or salt on ticks, because this makes the tick regurgitate what it's already consumed, except when it basically vomits it back up into the bloodstream, it also contains whatever nasty toxins, bacillus, viri that it has within it, and this can cause illnesses, it can go septic, lots of other problems. Don't coat the tick. Use a simple plastic extraction tool. There are more expensive ones which look like a pen, which open up like a grappling hook, and then you just twist and pull out. I have a tick card, which is like a clear credit card with a tiny Y-shaped tip, but I find it to be useless. It's too bendy. You do need some rigidity in tick removal. Anyway, I'll show you how quickly it can be done. One thing I will say though is, in animals, if the tick is really, really small, it may not be possible to remove it. You may have to leave it in there for a little while, a couple of days, until it's grown large enough that you can get it out. In a human, you need to get rid of the tick as quickly as possible. We don't have the same resilience to diseases as animals do. So, when you get a tick, I'm not sure if it's 12 hours for borreliosis, but you need to remove it as quickly as possible. Obviously, if it's on you and it's in a delicate location, or there is any sort of reddening of the skin, seek medical attention. But I'm not talking about human medical experimentation. I'm talking about removing a tick from your dog with a little yellow plastic fork. Everyone can do it. Dirt cheap. These cost you know, a couple of pounds, dollars, euros, whatever you want. And if you live where I do, you get lots and lots of practice. Alright, come over. Good boy. Alright, lie down. Roll over. Come on. Poodle, roll over. Roll over. Good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy. As always, be free.